All right, guys, so our timer has run out. Let's just go ahead and start our session. I see a lot of people have joined already. Hopefully, the rest they will join us as we move forward in our training. So again, welcome everyone to this session. This is cybersecurity and AI awareness. I will be your instructor, I will trainer. My name is Michel Asmar. Some of you might already know me from the previous sessions. Know those who are new with us. I'm very happy to meet you. I am sharing my LinkedIn in the chat. If you're on LinkedIn, go ahead and click on the link, connect with me. This way, if you have any question, you can send me a message. I'll be more than happy to help you out and answer even after the training. All right. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. I've been in this field for almost 8 years now. I'm an expert in AI. I'm an expert in Azure DevOps and everything related to Power Platforms. So through all these years, I've been collecting experience, as they say, and sharing it with other people during all the trainings that I give. Currently, I teach 37 different Microsoft courses, uh, along with the other webinars that we do with partnership with training companies, training providers like this one. I'm very happy to be here with you talking about cybersecurity and AI awareness. I think many of you already are uh, interested in cybersecurity, of course, and awareness. Since you are here, it means that you are eager to learn. You are eager to check out all the new information. You are waiting for what we are going to be tackling today. So, this is what let me show you. First of all, imagine that, let's say, sorry. Imagine you're the head of security in a bustling digital city. You see, every second, thousands of doors they open and they close, emails, logins, data transfers. You see, you're trying to keep an eye on everything, but it is overwhelming. Then one day you meet your new partner, an AI assistant. It's fast, it's tireless, it is incredibly smart, you see. And first, this AI starts helping you to like automate routine checks and spot threats in real life, like a digital watchdog, if you want, that never sleeps. And this will be our first goal for today, understanding how AI enhances cybersecurity through automation and real-time detection. Next, your AI partner begins to analyze massive amount of data, finding patterns that like you'd never notice. You see, he's like a detective connecting dots across a giant map. And that will be our second objective for the day. You're gonna learn how AI identifies these cyber threats through data analysis. Then you discover a whole toolbox of AI powered security tools, from smart firewalls to automated response systems. And these tools, they do not they do not just uh, they do not just detect threats, they also act on those threats. This will be our third goal, exploring the tools that make this possible. But as powerful as this AI is, of course, it comes with responsibilities. You see, what if it makes a biased decision? What if someone uses it for harm. That's why our final objective is to understand the ethical and security implications of using AI in cybersecurity. So today, we're not just learning about technology, we're learning how to be responsible digital guardians in an AI powered world. You see, let's say you are the chief of security for a futuristic city. Okay, one that lives entirely in the digital world. Every day, this city faces invisible threats. You know, hackers trying to sneak in, malware lurking in the emails, data thieves hiding in plain sight. Uh, Now, picture this. You're not alone. You've got this new partner, all right? This AI powered guardian. It doesn't sleep, it doesn't blink, it learns fast than any human ever could. And at first, this AI helps you spot the threads, okay? Before that, there is strikes, and it watches everything: network, traffic, user behavior, system activity, and it flags also anything that looks suspicious. So, as I said, it's like having a detective who never misses any clue. Then it goes a step further when like something dangerous happens and doesn't wait for you to act. It responds instantly by itself. It blocking the access, isolating the systems, uh, stopping the attacks in their tracks. You see, it's like having a firefighter who puts out the blaze before you even smell the smoke. But also, it doesn't stop there. This AI starts to predict the future. Whoa, so futuristic. You see, really, now I'm trying, I'm guiding you through this story, through this, but it is actually uh, what can really be done because it will study like past attacks. You see, it will learn from the global data and it will warn you when the next threat might come from, where the next threat might come from. It's like having a weather forecast for cyber attacks, only more accurate, of course. uh, and what's the best part? It does all this faster and more accurately than any traditional system. You see, it works in real time, it helps you make smarter decisions, and even cuts the costs by reducing the need for constant manual monitoring. You'll see it in action, protecting laptops, scanning networks, catching fraud, and even spotting phishing emails before they reach your inbox. But just like any powerful tool, of course, as you said, it comes with responsibility. You see, so you have to make sure that it's fair, it respects privacy, it doesn't become a target itself. So, what is AI and cybersecurity? It refers to the application of these AI techniques to enhance and strengthen the cybersecurity measures that it involves using the advanced algorithms and machine learning models to detect, analyze, and respond to cyber threats faster and more accurately than any traditional method. You see, with the increasing sophistication of cyber threats, AI is increasingly becoming an essential tool for defending against attacks, for improving the security protocols, and even reducing human error. So let's see uh, how does AI basically enhance cybersecurity through four key mechanisms. We have first that three mechanisms. We said the first one. So threat detection, let's say, starting here, it plays a vital role because AI will continuously monitor the network traffic, the user behavior, and different system activities to be able to identify the unusual or suspicious patterns that could indicate a cyber attack or a security breach. Unlike traditional methods, AI does not rely solely on predefined threat signatures. It can learn to detect new ones, unknown threats as they evolve as well. You see, uh, we have auto detection mechanisms, we have real time monitoring mechanisms also that are all very beneficial because we're talking about improving the early threat detection, reducing the response time, allowing security teams to act before any minor issue escalates into a full blown attack, right? Second, we have automated responses. So this is one of the most powerful application of AI in cybersecurity, which is automatic responses to the threats. You see, instead of relying solely on a human intervention, AI can react to the incidents instantly. It can contain the attack. It can block the unauthorized access or even neutralize the threat in real time. You see, you have different mechanisms that works with automated responses like automated remediation. You see, to isolate the affected systems, like block the suspicious IP addresses and so on, do a rollback system changes when they have been compromised. You have also what we call intrusion prevention. This is where it can identify known attack methods like ransomware or malware, you see, and it will automatically block or quarantine the malicious activity before it spreads. Okay. Third will be the predictive analytics. So as I said, it will predict the future. So it will try to anticipate the future cyber threats by analyzing the historical attack patterns, the different vulnerabilities that we might have, and the system behavior. You see, by identifying these trends and the potential weaknesses, AI can predict where the new threats are likely to emerge and prepare the defenses in advance. To do this, it uses mechanisms that are called threat intelligence. You see, it will analyze vast amount of data from the past attacks, the vulnerabilities, the global security reports, and so on. So this is threat intelligence. All right. It works with risk assessment as well. We all know what risk assessment is, right? It continuously assesses the system vulnerabilities, predict where security is the weakest, and so on. And also, there's another mechanism called emerging threats as well. So AI examines the behavior of the cyber criminals and the malware, and it can predict the next tactic that the hackers they might use, enabling cybersecurity systems to stay one step ahead. Okay, so it's basically hacker versus machine now. So, how does AI enhance cybersecurity in general? We have speed and accuracy, all right, real-time threat management, enhancing the decision making, reducing the operational costs, uh, as I have mentioned, like all these techniques, fraud detection, phishing detection, the bias in the models, network security, uh, and all of that. So, how to enhance the AI and cybersecurity? So, this is what I was just explaining. I didn't notice that it was another slide. Sorry. So, here you have it. If you want to take notes, this is what I just explained. Uh, Automated risk assessments, incident response, anomaly detection, and threat intelligence. You see, uh, so basically, basically, my friends, uh, we need to focus on the actual benefits. Like AI now is a proactive defense. So it helps the business becomes more proactive in their defense strategies, like with the predictive analysis and with risk assessment. It can anticipate the potential security issues and address them before they even become critical threats. You see, like in fraud detection, the AI system are being used to detect fraud in real time in financial transaction by identifying the abnormal spending patterns, which could indicate credit card fraud or even identity theft. You see, it can lead to a big thing. So, in conclusion, AI plays a crucial role in enhancing cybersecurity by providing more accurate, faster, and scalable solutions to address the modern cyber threats. You see, from threat detection and anomaly detection, also to be able automate automate the incident responses and the risk assessment. AI is transforming how the organizations they protect themselves from cyber attacks. And I would say that the continuous learning capabilities of AI ensures that cybersecurity systems they are always improving, right, and that they adapt to the new threats. However, as AI becomes increasingly integrated into security operations, it is essential to address some challenges like the bias, data privacy, and the AI vulnerabilities as well to ensure responsible and effective use. All right, let's have a look now at this short video also from Microsoft. Today, we're focusing on how AI can help in cybersecurity, especially how the tools like Microsoft Sentinel, for example, they are transforming the security operation. You see, this video will show you how AI and automation can assist security teams by quickly identifying and responding to the cyber threats. Let's take a look at how the AI-powered solutions they are making a difference in keeping the organization safe. All right.
Distributed workforces and constantly evolving threats. Security. With 34,000 password attacks every minute, distributed workforces, and constantly evolving threats, security analysts carry the weight of their company's operations on their shoulders. He doesn't have time to match up data across intelligence and automation tools. Threats move faster than that. Or how about her? She needs prioritized insights and visibility of her entire end-to-end ecosystem in one place. They need a unified tool with easy setup. Hang on, are they automating processes to identify and remediate incidents as they happen? And providing powerful context to enrich investigations? Yeah, and look, they can map an attack across the entire kill chain. All on one consolidated, cost-efficient platform? Great teams with intelligent tools can achieve amazing things. Microsoft Sentinel, a modern cloud-native SIEM, powered by AI, automation, and an unmatched investment in security research and threat intelligence. Empowering your security operations team to defend your organization fearlessly.
So here you go, guys. This video highlights some key moments that demonstrate how AI can help the security teams. So let's return to our digital city. You see, only this time the threats they are sneakier, faster, and constantly changing. But our AI guardian, it's not. It's just watching any. It's not just watching anymore. You see, it's learning, it's adapting, and also it's preventing the attacks before they even begin. So, like, first, think of signature-based detection, like a bouncer with a list of known troublemakers. You see, so the traditional systems only stop the threats by recognizing them. But AI, it's like a bouncer who not only knows the list, but also notices when someone's acting suspicious. So, like, even if it's in disguise, it will spot new versions of old threats by analyzing the subtle changes in the behavior. Then comes behavior analysis. All right, AI learns what's normal for every user and every system. So when something's off, like let's say someone logging in at 3 a.m. from a new location, or like downloading files that they have never touched before, AI raises a flag. It's like having security cameras that knows your routines and alerts you when something's out of place. Now, imagine intrusion detection systems, all right, or IDS. Now, traditional IDS, they are like the motion sensors only. They just detect movement, but they can't always tell if it's a threat. AI enhanced intrusion detection systems. They are like there's one called dark trace. Okay, they are more like smart security drones. You see, they fly around, they learn the environment, they detect even the most subtle intrusions. Of course, without needing constant human input. Speaking of dark trace, um, it's a real world example of AI in action. You see, like it monitors your digital environment, learns from it, and responds to threats in real time. It's like having a cybersecurity expert on duty 24/7 who never gets tired and never misses a beat. You see, the impact, it's a huge. AI enables proactive threat detection, sends real time alerts, and cuts down the false alarms. You see, it boosts efficiency and gives your security team the breathing room to focus on what actually matters. So, as you dive in this section, think of AI not just as a tool, but as a vigilant, ever learning protector. You see, it's always one step ahead of the next cyber threats. So, AI threat detection uses machine learning models and algorithms to continuously analyze data for the potential threats. You see, as I said earlier, we have signature based detection, behavioral analysis, and the intrusion detection systems, for example. Okay? And when we say AI for threat detection and prevention, it refers to the use of the machine learning models and algorithms to detect and prevent the cyber threats in real time. Now, traditional cybersecurity methods, they often rely on the signature-based detection, as I said, which can only identify known threats. But AI will use the machine learning to continuously analyze the network traffic, the user behavior, the system activities, all of that to be able to detect new and emerging threats more efficiently and effectively. All right, and by adapting to the new attacks methods, it can provide a proactive approach to cybersecurity. So, um, let's do a small use case together. Okay, we have AI for malware detection. Uh, Basically, let's say malware detection, it has traditionally relied on the signature based detection method, which involves identifying malware by comparing the files or the activities to a known database of malicious signatures. You see, but however, this method is limited because it can only detect the known malware. You see, it struggles with the new or modified malware variants, as well as what we call zero-day attacks, which are attacks that exploit the unknown vulnerabilities. If you are into cybersecurity, you should have already seen that the zero-day attacks. When you have unknown vulnerabilities, suddenly you see have an attack somewhere. You didn't know that, oh, this was the vulnerability over here. So, AI for malware detection leverages advanced machine learning and behavioral analysis to go beyond traditional signature based methods. It identifies the malicious activities based on patterns of abnormal system behaviors rather than relying on the predefined signatures. You see, the AI models, they continuously learn from the data, adapting and improving over time, making them much more effective at detecting like novel malware and emerging threats. All right. So, like traditionally, the malware detection systems, as we said, they were each uh, they had each file or each piece of data checked against this list of unknown malware signature. It had a lot of limitations, like you need to have to know the malware. If you had the systems that failed to detect the zero days malware that exploited previously unknown malware, were hard to cover, and the malware is always evolving. You see, so with AI, what happens is that the AI-based system will shift from signature-based detection to behavioral analysis. This is where uh, they will work with real-time monitoring, pattern recognition, behavioral anomaly detection. You see, instead of looking for the specific signature, AI will detect the unusual activity, the sudden spike of data transfer, the unauthorized access, and all of that that could indicate a malware infection, and it will act on it. So it's adaptable. You see, there's a lot of benefits here. Talking into the network traffic, the system behavior, the file activity as a data input as well. And basically, in conclusion, my friends, um, in conclusion, AI malware detection enhances traditional methods by shifting from the signature-based system to the behavioral analysis. It just continuously monitor helps the network activity. We have tools like CrowdStrike. All right, you see here we have tools like CrowdStrike. They are already leveraging AI to autonomously identify and block the malicious activities, ensuring quicker mitigation of the cyber threats. And AI's ability to learn and adapt to the new attack methods, making it essential tool in the evolving fight against the malware, providing the businesses with more effective real-time cybersecurity defensive. Let's have a look at another short video about adaptive protection in Microsoft Purview. All right. So here we're gonna look at some new capabilities in Microsoft Purview that uses machine learning to dynamically adjust the data protection policies based on user or risk level.
Organizations spend billions on data protection, but theft or loss of data remains one of the greatest insider risks, with the average cost potentially exceeding $500,000 per single incident. It is challenging for organizations to detect and manage insider risks among an ever-growing mountain of alerts, while finding a balance between data protection and productivity. While a stricter data security policy may potentially be effective, it could block legitimate business activities. More permissive policies, on the other hand, may maintain productivity, but then the risk of data loss also increases. To help address the challenge, you need a more adaptive solution, helping you dynamically adjust controls based on the user risk level. That is adaptive protection, a new capability of Microsoft Purview that enables organizations to optimize data protection automatically. Adaptive protection provides context-aware detection that leverages machine learning-driven analysis of both content and user activities to help identify and surface the most critical risks. The dynamic policy assignment enforces effective controls, such as the data loss prevention policy that blocks data sharing for high-risk users, while low-risk users can work as usual. The protection is adaptive based on user context, so the organization can balance data protection and productivity. Adaptive protection helps automatically mitigate insider risks and reduce the impact of potential data security incidents early on. You can set up adaptive protection in just one click. Try it out today. Learn more at aka.ms/adaptive protection.
So guys, here are the key points of the video. Basically, as we've seen, you're talking about insider risks and costs. You see, the challenge of balancing security and productivity. Talking about adaptive protection and the benefits of adaptive protections, that it helps the insider risk by automatically applying the most effective data protection policies based on the user context, ensuring both security and productivity. So, AI for network security. Basically, first we have network traffic analysis, right? This is where AI algorithms, they analyze vast amount of network traffics in real time to be able to detect unusual behavior, intrusions, or vulnerabilities. You see, we have what we call the zero trust architecture. This is where AI helps implement a zero trust security model by constantly verifying the trustworthiness of the users, the devices, and the network traffic. So it always asks for authentication. You see, it doesn't trust anyone. There's no such thing like safe password and just log in. No, there's always something behind this to verify. And we have automated intrusion prevention also, where AI can autonomously block the harmful traffic and prevent unauthorized access, reducing the risk of data breaches. You see, you have some AI tools like Vectra AI. Vectra uses machine learning to analyze the network traffics and detect the advanced threats like data exfiltration, you see, internal threats, and lateral movements within the network also. It has a lot of impact because it increases the network security by automating the detection and the response to the potential intrusions. You see, it reduces the burden on the security teams by automating routines, threat protection tasks, as you can see. So mainly, AI is rapidly transforming network security by offering innovative solutions to manage and mitigate the cybersecurity threats with an ever-growing number of cyber threats targeting the businesses. You see, but AI for network security brings automated, efficient, and real-time solutions also to identify, to prevent, and to respond to the security incidents. You see, AI helps the organizations to enhance their network defenses by analyzing a vast amount of network traffic, by implementing advanced threat detection, and also continuously adapting to be able to evolve the attack vectors. You see, uh, let's have a look at this Microsoft, Vectra AI, and how Microsoft and this partner, Vectra AI, they are using AI to improve the threat detection and responses as well. We're going to see how the integration with Microsoft Sentinel helps the security teams spot and respond to the threats faster and more effectively, especially in the complex environment like cloud and hybrid setups.
Hi, I'm Kevin Kennedy, Senior Vice President of Products for Vector AI. Together with our customers and partners, we're on a mission to move security forward with AI-driven cyber threat detection and response. Today's threats can bypass traditional security tools, and security leaders and practitioners know it. We've gotten to a point where security teams must assume they've been compromised regardless of what industry they operate in. 83% think traditional security approaches don't work for modern threats. 72% think they may have been breached, but don't know it. As a leader in AI-driven threat detection and response, Vectra helps organizations detect, prioritize, investigate, and respond to cyber threats early in the attack progression. We are transforming security operations by harnessing security AI to understand cyber attacks earlier and to minimize their impact. In doing so, we are making the hybrid and multi-cloud a safer and fairer place. Moving security forward requires three key things: coverage, accuracy, and containment. Coverage is no longer about just endpoint and network. The attack surface is expanded to include public cloud, SaaS, and identity. The Vectra platform natively covers 4 of the 5 major attack surfaces: public cloud, identity, SaaS, and network, including Microsoft Azure Active Directory and all Microsoft 365 applications. Our integration with Microsoft Defender for Endpoint and other leading EDRs extends coverage to the 5th major attack surface. Accuracy is about finding the threats that are most relevant to the business. The Vectra platform uses proven AI and ML to pinpoint attacker behavior and accurately determine threat severity. Platform covers 97% of MITRE attack techniques and has the most patents referenced by MITRE Defend countermeasures. In doing this, we've proven to reduce our customers' alert volumes by up to 90% while detecting the threats that matter to the business. Containment means using early threat visibility to actually stop the attack, and that requires people, context, and integrations. The Vectra Sidekick Managed Detection and Response Service ensures that there are always eyes on glass, 24/7, 365, and the resilience so that a key analyst leaving doesn't leave the team short on knowledge. Context gives understanding of threats early and the analyst's understanding on how to act. And then strong ecosystem relationships, including those with Microsoft, allow our customers to get more out of their existing security investments and to automate the containment actions. The Vectra platform integrates with Microsoft Sentinel to bring Vectra detections straight to your Microsoft Sentinel workbook for immediate attention. That can include automating incidents in Microsoft Sentinel based on the Vectra threat prioritization and use of Sentinel to perform forensic analysis on incidents to identify devices, accounts, and the attackers involved. Detecting alone isn't enough. The integration with Sentinel helps customers to contain the threat before it impacts the business by providing richer context and automating response actions. It's really fast to get started with Vectra. There's no agents to deploy, so you can be up and running in hours, if not minutes, especially in the case of the cloud. It integrates with your existing security stack, including Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, SIEM, SOAR, SASE, Firewall, and you can test our capabilities. You don't have to take our word for it. Test our capabilities in your own environment with a proof of value. You can also take a look at the Vectra Detect for Azure Active Directory on our website, or get a free Vectra Protect Microsoft Azure Active Directory scan, also on our website.
And there you go. As you saw, the combination of AI-powered tools like Vectra with Microsoft Sentinel helps teams to detect threats early, reduce the alert noise, and act quickly when something suspicious happens. It's not just about detecting the threats, it's about understanding them in context and when it happens. It's not just it's not just about detecting them. It's also about being able to contain them before the damage is done. You see, this kind of integration is a great example of how AI is being used responsibly to make security smarter and more proactive. So, uh, let's have a role at the role of AI in cybersecurity automation. So mainly, let's start with first. We have the incident response. Traditionally, when a threat is detected, a human has to investigate, to isolate the device, block the IP, and alert the team. You see, but with AI, it's like having a firefighter who's already on the scene. AI it can detect the threat, isolate the infected system, and block the malicious traffic all in real time. Then there's variability scanning. You see, think of it as a route as a routine that routine of safety inspection. So the AI tools they constantly scan your systems, looking for cracks, looking for outdated software, misconfigurations, weak spots, and all of that. But they don't just find them; they prioritize them. They tell you which ones are the most dangerous and which ones are needs the fixing first. And when it comes to patch management, AI is like your maintenance crew. You see, it keeps everything up to date. It installs patches automatically and even tests them to make sure they don't break anything. So, no more missed updates or risky delays. You see, take Simplify, for example. Simplify. It is a SOAR platform. It uses AI to automate the entire security workflow. It handles the routine, so your team it can focus on strategy and not firefighting. You see, what will be the result? Of course, faster response times, fewer manual tasks, stronger defenses, all thanks to AI working behind the scenes. So uh, remember, think of AI not just as a tool, but as your cybersecurity team's most reliable, tireless teammate, one that never sleeps, never forgets, and always acts fast. Uh, okay, up until now, we've seen AI as a superhero in our digital city, right? Detecting the threats, stopping the attacks, keeping our systems safe. But even superheroes, they have weaknesses, right? Superman has kryptonite, Batman has I don't know what, uh, and AI also has some weaknesses. So if we're going to use AI wisely, we need to understand its vulnerabilities too. So let's start with adversarial attacks. Okay, imagine like someone's trying to fool a facial recognition system by wearing a mask that looks like just real enough to pass. That's what cyber criminals they do to the AI. They feed it carefully crafted data to try to trick it into thinking like a threat is harmless. You see, it's like slipping past a guard by mimicking someone that they trust. And then there's a bias in AI models. Uh, like AI will learn from the data, but if the data is incomplete or it's skewed, the AI might make poor decisions. It might uh, it might flag safe behavior as dangerous, or even it might miss the real threats entirely. It's like training a guard dog with only one kind of intruder in mind. You see, it will not recognize the others. To think that everyone else is okay, you're fine with just this type of intrusion. Also, we have data privacy concerns, right? Like AI needs a lot of data to work well, but the data often includes sensitive information. If it's not handled properly, it could be exposed or misused. So it's like giving your security guard access to every room in the building without making sure that they lock the doors behind them. So, like, seriously. And finally, we have also the risk of relying on AI, like the over dependence on AI. You see, it's tempting to let AI handle everything, but and just they will just sit, don't worry. But what happens when it encounters something that it wasn't trained for? So if we rely too much on automation, we might miss the threats that actually fall outside the AI's radar. So, as we explore this section, let's remember AI is powerful, but it's not perfect. It needs diverse data, strong privacy safeguard, and most importantly, human oversight. Because the best defense is a partnership. Smart machine guided by smart people. Okay, guys, AI is not here to take your job, it's here to help you make your job better and easier. So, while AI significantly enhances cybersecurity, it also introduces new challenges and risks. As I said, adversarial attacks on AI, biases in AI models, data privacy concerns, and dependence on the AI models. All right. So, in conclusion, uh, in conclusion, let's focus on the critical role that in enhancing our cybersecurity. It comes also with the several challenges and risks that organization must carefully manage. All right, and to mitigate these risks, businesses they must invest in secure data handling practices, regularly updating the AI models, and also ensuring that human oversight remains a core component of their cybersecurity strategy. All right. Here are some best practices for using AI in cybersecurity that will be good for us to look at. Sorry. So, up until now, we've seen AI as a superhero, right? We saw this. So, let's start with, sorry, uh, for about the best practices. AI has become a cornerstone of the modern tech cybersecurity, offering the ability to detect, prevent, respond to threats, all of that in ways that the traditional security systems they simply can't. However, to fully harness the power of AI and cybersecurity, it's essential to follow these best practices to ensure these tools they remain effective. Now, we have ethical and they are ethical, they are aligned with organizational goals also. First, like we have continuous trainings and updates. Okay, AI models are only effective as long as they are trained and updated with the current data, because cyber threats they are continuously evolving with new tactics, new techniques, and new procedures emerging regularly. You see, without frequent updates, AI systems they may struggle to recognize new types of attacks, leading to false negatives like the missed threats and the inadequate protection. You see, we also have uh, the human supervision. So we can remember we already said this human oversight, like uh, nothing can fully replace human intuition and expertise, particularly in a complex or high stake situation. Human experts they should oversee AI decisions, especially when the risk or the impact of a cyber attack is severe. Okay? Remember that AI systems, while highly efficient, can still make mistakes or misinterpret ambiguous situations. All right? Three, we have varied and balanced data sets, so we can have diversity and representatives data sets. Like uh, we need to make sure that the data set that the AI is trained on is not biased or it's not representative data. It can lead to inaccurate conclusions like false positives, as I said earlier, or even false negatives, like missing the actual attacks or flagging legitimate activities as threats. So AI model must be trained on diverse and comprehensive data sets that represent a wide range of attack vectors, network behaviors, and user activities also. You see, this ensures that the AI systems they can detect a variety of threats across different content, different context, and different environments. Now, additionally, data sets they should be continuously updated, of course, with the new threat data from various industries, the various regions, and attack scenarios, as I have already mentioned in the previous points. And fourth is the responsible use of AI, the ethical AI use. All right, tools in AI in cybersecurity, or AI tools, I mean, in cybersecurity, they must adhere to the ethical standards, especially when you are dealing with sensitive data or with user privacy and organizational transparency. You see, ethical AI usage ensures that the AI systems they are implemented in ways that represent that respect privacy, that avoids discrimination and maintains accountability. All right. So I'm talking about uh, following the data privacy laws like the GDPR, the CCPA, the HIPAA, and all that stuff. And be careful not to compromise the trust of the customers and the employees. So the AI system they must be transparent in their decision-making process, and users they should be aware of how their data is being analyzed and used. All right, all is good, my friend. All is clear. So, the use of AI and cybersecurity presents a powerful opportunity to enhance the threat detection, to automate response actions, and to improve the overall security operations. However, to fully realize its potential, it's essential to follow the best practices for implementing AI in cybersecurity. And these practices include continuous training of the AI models with the up-to-date data, maintaining also human oversight for the complex scenarios. Make sure training the AI systems on data that is diverse and unbiased data sets, and ensuring the ethical AI use to maintain the privacy, the transparency, and the compliance. All right? By adhering to these best practices, organizations they can maximize the benefits of AI while minimizing the risks such as fake positives, biases, or violations of privacy even and the ever evolving landscapes of cybersecurity. AI also can be an invaluable tool, but it must be used responsibly and in tandem with the human expertise to be able to achieve the best results. All right, let's wrap up our journey a little bit with a look on the big picture. So, how AI is transforming cybersecurity from a reactive defense into a proactive, intelligent shield. Imagine your organization as a high tech fortress. And you see, in the past, It could guards could patrol the walls, responding to alarms as they came. But now with AI, you've got a command center that sees everything in real time, predicts where the threats might come from, and even acts before the danger strikes. We have tools like Dark Trace or CrowdStrike or Vector AI also that are like elite security teams and each with their own specialty. They monitor your network, they detect the threats, and they respond faster than any traditional system could. But there's the secret to making it all work. It is the balance. Okay, my friend, AI is powerful, but it's not perfect. So that's why we need human oversight. That's why we need continuous learning and ethical practices also to guide it. And when you combine smart machines with smart people, you get the best of both worlds. Okay. So, what do we gain? We gain faster detection and responses. We gain improved accuracy, greater efficiency as well, not just firefighting and resisting breaches. So, let's move forward into our next section of our training here is about staying secure in the age of AI. All right, so this is a nice section here. We have some slides to work with. We've reached the middle of our section. Let's go ahead and take a short break. Okay, and this way, when we come back, we can focus more on what this section has to offer us. All right, let's have a 10-minute short break, and we'll be back to proceed after this. How to create protective barriers around our systems. Thank you, everyone, for attending so far. I hope that you're finding this interesting, and of course, uh, I'm happy to answer all the questions in the chat. We have our chat moderators with us who are looking into answering those questions. Please let's try to keep the questions in the Q&A section also, so everyone can benefit from it, and we will be answering them one after the other. I hope you're enjoying the session. You're finding this interesting, really, and I will be back in 10 minutes to proceed with amazing new contents. Okay, thank you, everyone. Cheers. All right, everyone. So we are back from our short break. Okay, let's go ahead and pro proceed with our next class section of the training. So, how are we gonna stay secure in the age of AI? That's very simple. Basically, we have a few objectives to tackle. Let's see. First, as we step into the age of AI, it is very important to understand that while like these technologies they offer us powerful opportunities, they also come with new cybersecurity risks. You see, like data manipulation, system vulnerabilities, and attackers. Of course, they can exploit this to navigate the landscape safely. So we need to adopt smart security practices like keeping our system updated, watching for unusual activities, building building and like protective measures. But beyond the technical side, we must also think carefully about the ethics, uh, you see, about the ethical and the privacy challenges that AI brings, how the data is used, and how the decisions they are made, and whether we are protecting people's rights along the way or what. That's why it's critical to ensure any AI tools that we use they are compliant with privacy laws and that sensitive data is handled securely and responsibly. Now, today we're going to explore all of this, so we'll see a little bit more uh, how to become more confident in using AI safely and ethically. All right. So, as powerful as AI is defending our digital world, we must also face its darker side. You see, AI isn't just a tool for good. Cyber criminals are using it too, turning it into a weapon. They can launch highly sophisticated automated attacks that are faster, that are smarter, and also maybe harder to detect. Through adversarial machine learning, they can confuse AI systems by feeding them like misleading data, making them overlook real threats. You see, the systems themselves, they aren't immune either. They have flaws in algorithms or like how the data is handled. It can open up new vulnerabilities. Then there's also what we call data poisoning. You see, no, I'm not gonna teach you all the ways that we can that cyber criminals might work with that we can do with AI. It's not the purpose of this training. It's the opposite. But just for knowledge purposes, educational purposes, we're looking into it so we can know what we might face. So uh, we have data poisoning, as I was saying, where the attackers like they quietly corrupt the training data to mislead the AI models, causing poor or even like dangerous decisions that will be made from the AI. And with AI, the cybercrime they can now be automated at scale. Imagine attacks that spread across systems globally with barely any human involvement. So these emerging threats they show us that AI isn't a shield. It all can also be a sword. That's why understanding these risks is so important so that we can build defenses that are just as smart just as fast and always one step ahead. Let's have a look at this video of how cyber threats they move fast. Oops. One second. Uh, Let me just enable this video. And here we go.
With 34,000 password attacks every minute, distributed workforces and
Okay, you're not seeing this, right? Uh, Sorry about that. So we need to play.
with 34,000.
Okay. Let's go back. Okay, it seems that the video is frozen uh, for some reason. Play.
With 34,000
cybersecurity attacks, password compromisations.
With 34,000 password attacks every minute, distributed workforces, and constantly evolving threats, security analysts carry the weight of their company's operations on their shoulders. He doesn't have time to match up data across intelligence and automation tools. Threats move faster than that. Or how about her? She needs prioritized insights and visibility of her entire end-to-end ecosystem in one place. They need a unified tool with easy setup. Hang on, are they automating processes to identify and remediate incidents as they happen? And providing powerful context to enrich investigations? Yeah, and look, they can map an attack across the entire kill chain. All on one consolidated, cost-efficient platform? Great teams with intelligent tools can achieve amazing things. Microsoft Sentinel, a modern cloud-native SIEM, powered by AI, automation, and an unmatched investment in security research and threat intelligence. Empowering your security operations team to defend your organization fearlessly. With 34,000 password attacks every minute,
All right, thank you. So as we saw, this is part of the previous video that we've looked into, how fast it moves and how impactful it is. So let's talk about one of the most deceptive risks in AI, which are adversarial attacks on the AI systems. So these are clever manipulations where the attackers they trick the AI systems into making the wrong decision by subtly tampering with the data that they rely on. You see, there are two main types: evasion attacks, where like the input is carefully changed to sneak past the detection systems, and you have poisoning attacks, where harmful data is fed into the training process to corrupt the AI's learning from the inside out. You see, what makes these attacks specifically dangerous is how subtle they are. They are the small tweaks that the humans may not even notice. They can completely throw off the AI's judgment. The result will be increased vulnerabilities where threats they will slip through undetected security systems, they will fail quietly, and trust in AI solutions will begin to erode. So, as these systems, as these attacks mainly become more sophisticated, we need to be just as proactive, all right? Continuously strengthening our AI models, monitoring their behavior, and keeping a human eye on the critical decision. It's all about staying ahead in the game that's constantly evolving. All right. Now that you understand how adversarial attacks work, the big question comes, how can you defend against them? So it starts with training our AI systems to expect the unexpected. All right, through adversarial training, we expose models to tricky, manipulated data early on, helping them learn to resist similar attacks in the real world. You see, but the defense isn't just about smarter models, it's also about transparency. And the more clearly we understand how an AI makes its decisions, the easier it is to spot when something doesn't look right. Okay? Regular testing plays a critical role too. Like by stress testing our systems and simulating attacks, we can catch weaknesses before adversaries do. And perhaps most important of all, the human oversight. Like no matter how advanced AI becomes, the human eye and the judgment remains crucial, especially when the stakes are high. Okay? These four layers, training, transparency, testing, and trust through human review, they form a solid defense that helps keep our AI systems secure, responsible, and resilient in the face of ever evolving threats. Okay? We have another video here about securing your AI application transformation. So let's have a look at how the security is done, how security can be made. So, second.
Your organization is innovating and integrating generative AI into applications to empower your customers. However, as the complexity of your cloud-native applications grow with the integration of generative AI, so do their attack surfaces. Emerging AI-specific threats require a comprehensive solution that helps to protect AI applications from code to runtime. This is where Microsoft Defender for Cloud comes in, to help you gain visibility, reduce risks, and safeguard your AI workloads from emerging threats. Let's start by strengthening our AI security posture, helping security admins discover new attack surfaces with Defender for Cloud. The first step to reduce AI risks starts with understanding your AI models and deployments across your environment. We'll start with Cloud Security Explorer to query your multi-cloud and multi-pipeline environments to get an inventory of all AI models and workloads deployed in production. The Cloud Security Explorer can also be used to identify generative AI-related vulnerabilities in code. Now we can see all the AI models and deployments used by your organization, and by selecting one, we get additional insights into the base model, deployment, and resources. Having visibility into your AI deployments across your environment is only the start. The next step is to identify and mitigate risks proactively. With attack path analysis, you can view toxic combinations within your multi-cloud environments that can impact your AI resources. For example, this cross-cloud attack path shows an indirect risk to an Amazon Bedrock, where attackers with access to an exposed Azure VM could exploit vulnerabilities and move laterally to an Amazon Bedrock customer model deployment. Defender for Cloud also provides resource insights and a list of recommended actions to remediate the risks to the exposed VM, improving your security posture and proactively protecting the Amazon Bedrock deployment. Beyond proactive risk prevention, security operations teams need to monitor and respond to emerging threats in runtime. Let's take a look at how Defender for Cloud helps Contoso Hotels defend against ongoing malicious jailbreak attempts on their GenAI-powered reservations assistant. Without proper protection, malicious actors could inject deceiving prompts and trick the AI assistant to gain access to sensitive data stored in the backend. Luckily, the deployment is protected by built-in Azure AI content safety prompt shields, and the response is blocked. However, this is just one way of attacking, and we know malicious actors don't strike just once. AI workload protection capabilities in Defender for Cloud detect jailbreak attempts, credential theft, and sensitive data exposure. And through integration with Defender XDR, SOC teams can correlate alerts into incidents to speed up investigation and response. For example, let's take a closer look at this multi-stage incident in Defender XDR. In the attack story, we can see that the attack progressed from sensitive data exposure to credential theft and finally to the jailbreak attempt we just saw. Each alert is enhanced with threat intelligence signals and supporting evidence of the prompt segment that triggered the alert, facilitating investigation and response. With Defender for Cloud, your security teams can gain visibility across AI workloads, strengthen security posture, and detect, investigate, and respond to active threats. To learn more about protecting your organization's AI applications from code to runtime, visit aka.ms/Defender for Cloud.
And here you go, guys. You can see now all the tools. The video here walks us through how Defender for Cloud helps secure AI workloads by spotting those vulnerabilities, analyzing attack paths, detecting threats like prompt injection and or data leaks and so on. It also gives security teams a full view of their AI deployments and integration with tools like Defender XDR to speed up the threat responses. You see, it's a powerful way to stay ahead of the evolving AI-related attacks. So, um, overall, let's take this last slide with us. We often think that AI as the tool that helps protect us, but it too needs protecting. You see, AI systems, they are also vulnerable in some unique ways. Attackers, they can try to reverse engineer them to extract sensitive training data, which is a method called model inversion, you see, and others, they may poison the training sets, feeding in corrupted data to make the AI behave incorrectly. And then there's also model theft, stealing the AI model itself to replicate or to misuse it. So, to guard against these risks, we need to secure AI systems just like any critical infrastructure. Okay, adversarial testing is one key defense, regularly challenging AI with malicious inputs to uncover and fix weak spots. We can also use model watermarking, for example, embedding some invisible markers that helps to trace the ownership if a model is stolen. And just like we audit our networks, AI systems need regular security audits also to catch vulnerabilities before the attackers do. And securing AI isn't just about the code, it's about protecting the trust and the value that we place in these powerful systems. Okay, my friends, and with that, I thank you all for attending the session. I was very happy to share all my knowledge with you. I hope that you enjoyed really very interesting topics talking about cybersecurity, working with AI. Give us your feedback in the chat. Hope you enjoyed. Uh, I hope you learned something new at least. Yeah, I'm sure you did. I was very happy to share with you all my knowledge, all my experience working with AI and the different trainings, on the different projects that we have, sharing all the best practices. It was very good from my side. I can see your react. Thank you so much. I can see also the messages in the chat. Thank you. Keep the good feedback coming. I enjoy reading your messages. If you have any questions, also let us know at any time. The recording will be available in the chat section also. Once it's done processing, it will show automatically. All right, and you can find that later on. Don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. If you have any issue, if you have any question, or you need any help with something, feel free to send me a message. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you all, and looking forward to see you in one of our other courses. Have a good one. Goodbye.